All right, welcome back to Gorzart's free piano lessons, and this is going to be lesson 1.5. We're still in C major, and last time I was on the last lesson, I talked about keeping them brief and short and not get too involved in each lesson, so it wouldn't get boring to you. And that ended up being the longest lesson I've done yet. But anyway, we're still in the key of C, and I was talking about sevenths the last time, the dominant seven, and which in C major and C, the chord C, being the first degree or tonic, C, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and C again. Starting over, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and I talked about making the 5 chord, the G, a seventh. And when I say a seventh, I mean a dominant seventh. And a dominant 7 is always a flat, the flat 7th. There's a major 7th, which you call it a major 7th, because there it is, the 7th degree. That B is the 7th degree, and that's a major 7th. And then after that major 7, the next note is C again, and you start over. Okay, the major 7, the English language can be very confusing, and no more so than in music, because of the way we call things and what they actually are. That 7th degree B is always flatted 1/2 step to the B flat. And that makes the C chord a dominant 7. And you can play a dominant 7 in any key, the 1st degree, 2nd degree, 3rd degree, 4th degree, 5th degree, 6th degree. And the 7th degree is diminished, and most diminished chords are diminished 7th chords. And I just played a B diminished here to keep it simple to understand, using the first finger, the thumb on that B, the middle finger on D, and the pinky on F. And that is, if you just put your hand on the keyboard, one finger, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one finger for each note. Use the first note, the 3rd note, and the 5th note, all the way up and down C. In the key of C, it's going to be C, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and then you start over again, C, D, E, and the dominant 7 is going to be 1 whole step below the octave of whatever chord you're in. If you're doing a G7, G, B, D, and the F, that is a G dominant 7, not a G major 7. A G major 7 would be to play the 7th degree, and actually the 7th degree in the key of G is going to be a F sharp or a G flat, whatever you want to call it. And you call it according to what key you're playing in as to whether you call them flats or sharps. But we'll get into that down the road. And right now I want you to learn how to play dominant 7ths in the key of C. If you do the 1st degree, the tonic degree, you can make that C a C7 instead of just a major C, and not a major 7C, which would be that B note. You drop that B note 1/2 of a step and make it a flat 7. And the F, the same thing. If you played a F major 7, you would play F, A, C, E, and drop that 7th 1/2 step to E flat. That makes that a F7. Okay, the G7 is an F note with a pinky, G, B, D, F. And if it was a major G7, that note would be F sharp or G flat. Okay, I also want to talk about the relative minor, and we're going to learn how to play part of a song right now in a minute using that relative minor. The relative minor is always 1, 2, 3 half steps below your tonic, the key that you're playing in. That tonic key in this case is C. The relative minor is A minor. First degree, relative minor, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord, G. C is the 1 chord, A minor is the 6th chord, which is also the relative minor. F is the 4 chord, G is the 5 chord. And so if we're playing, there's a whole ton of doo-wop songs, especially back from the 50s and 60s, that had that chord progression. C, A minor, F, G, C, A minor, F, G, C, tonic, A minor, 6th, F, 4 chord, G, 5 chord. Okay, and I just did an inversion of C there, and we'll talk about inversions again, and I'll show you how to do. But this song is one of the prettiest songs probably ever written, I think. It's Unchained Melody. I think the Righteous Brothers were the first ones that recorded it. But it's oh, my darling, I hunger for your touch alone, lonely time. And I'm just doing it in one hand right there. But I'm going to add a little bass to it, and I'm just going to do one note in the bass, C, A, F, G, C, A, F, G. And I'm going to move it up. I'm going to come up here to the next octave with my right hand and also with the left hand. Oh, my love, my darling, I hunger for your touch alone, lonely time. C, A minor, F, G, C, A minor, G. There, right there, I added the G7. And I'm skipping the third when I do that. Instead of playing a 4-note chord, I'm actually just doing a 3-note chord. I'm dropping the middle and I'm just going. Playing the 7th and the 5th degree. The 5th degree is D, and the 7th degree is at flat 7, F, when we're on a G chord. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch alone, lonely time. And that is how that goes during the verse. And of course it'll sound better once you learn how to use those inversions. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch alone, lonely time. And I don't really sing that well in the key of C, and not trying to be a great singer here, just trying to put the words to the music where they're supposed to go. You guys practice real hard, and we will see you next time. Have a great week. Happy 4th of July.